a Luna, for example, or Megd, and the patience that they have just outplays that. But for Experience going into this, I feel like Experience had a really good wake-up going into MSI, and of course, we're going to see that cannon play come back out. This is something what we've known to learn from him, and for big reason, as he almost tries to get a very quick stock away from Luna.
Oh, he might
get it!
Oh, the grab pound comes through again. That dodge was so clutch from Luna, but the Sidra comes through with the recovery, and he gets the stuck recovery effects. Experience sweating, still trying to hit him with nairs, and the D-Light Nair comes through. All right, Luna, it's almost time to play the game. Okay, Nair comes through, and the recovery hits, but they're already coming out swinging here. The cannon looks so fantastic. Experience switches over to the sword. Let's see how long he lasts on that, because the cannon was great, and the recovery comes through. Okay, 35 seconds. Not the fastest stock.
Yeah, but it took 30 seconds. Like you said, it took 30 seconds for Luna to join the game, because he was too busy buffering in through what was a barrage of cannon play, and that cannon play has continued. And this is kind of what we saw yesterday out of Kaina, and we're kind of seeing it here again today. I mean, the Experience has been running cannon for a while, but the explosiveness that can happen, even against something like Mordex, it just over-challenge him.
Yeah, and I'm liking this pick with the Sidra. We've seen Experience lead in with the Amethyst quite a bit more, but with the Sidra and with Sword being so great and Axe being less favorable, I just like this a lot. And we've been seeing this has basically just been off of nice weapon throw. But the Sidra signatures aren't really what I'm seeing coming out to play here. This is definitely one of those picks where it's kind of like, okay, I want cannon with the stat line and with the secondary weapon.
I do think we will see them though, because you have to, like, you always have to pay attention to the range that Sidra signatures do have. You get caught, thrown out by the Kraken, or you just have to watch out for the cannon at any given time. Like that right now, you have to watch out for ground pound Experience. Giving him the experience for sure off of these edge guards. I think most of where Experience has been winning is once he puts Luna off stage, he just goes off.
Yeah, and he's going off the side of the stage, and he's destroying it there, which is awesome to see. Luna with the gauntlets tries to get the nair. Experience is sweating, but he gets that side air, and nicely done by Experience, making sure that he chase dodges directly up before turning around. It's something I don't talk about too much on commentary, but I'll just bring it up now. In order to chase dodge, you do need to be facing the direction that you got the hit. And so if you get that turnaround, you're not going to be able to quite get it. So Experience being able to use that momentum to go up before he goes back because he was sweating was really, really smart, because that Sarah did get that hit facing the other way from the stage. And now he's up 2-1, almost an entire stock and then some. Luna now fighting back, but he gets punished for that neutral signature and gets put off stage again, where we've been seeing these ground pounds and dares hit. It's been great for Experience.
One thing we've talked about historically is that character right there. Mordex is extremely good for many good reasons. The reversal. Whoa! Okay, never mind. Talk about reversals. Experience coming through and getting himself back on stage.
No, he ruined the signature accuracy at the end there with that neutral sig. I think that down sig was the first one that we saw from him all game.
I think so.
And it doubled up as a recovery, as a mix-up, and as a spike here. We see Luna trying to even up the game here, only in orange, and Experience gets that down sig.
What a play.
Punishes the Scythe down air, and then that down air right there, Luna was definitely going to touch the side of the stage. Experience gets 3 really amazing edge guards there. Yeah.
You're right. You're right. It ruined 100% accuracy by throwing out the neutral sig. But for
we have emotes in the game for a reason. Use those instead. That way we get the fun 100% number.
But I think honestly that GCD sig off the side of the stage with the ability to stay composed like it did is one of those moments that makes me go, Experience is continuing to grow as a player.
Yeah.
Because most of the time people get caught in that spot. It's like, okay, my stock's probably gone here. I'm probably not making it back through. It's going to be a little bit scary to get back on. But Luna going down below the stage, he saw and recognized the spot. It's like, oh, wait, if I trade off here, you just go away. Versus you trying to go off and try to get a side air, but Luna decided to go down, committed to the idea, maybe he can snag up with a nair, snag up with a side air, and Experience timed it perfectly to get that. That was really good recognition in the face of Mordex off stage.
Yeah, and unlike some Sidra mains that I've watched in different regions where it's like, okay, I can tell you're a Sidra main because you're gravity cancel neutral sigging all the time, or you are always using the anchor to get back to the stage. That was the first time that we saw Experience ever try that.
Yeah.
I wonder if it will work ever again, or if Experience will even bring it out ever again because it was so particular to the situation. We're over on Demon Island now, and every time that Experience gets Luna off stage, I'm like, Luna, I think you're just solidly at a disadvantage here. Whether Experience has been on the sword or the cannon, the ground pound comes out as soon as humanly possible and perfectly spaced. That neutral sig, he slides off to get it, misses it, and Luna gets the ground pound, but Experience is right back to the stage as if nothing happened.
Yeah, this is, I mean, this is kind of Mordek's realm here on Demon Island. This is a place where you don't really usually want to be going up against him for good reason, especially because you have minimal room to work with on the side of the ledge just like that. But for Experience, like you said, most of the time, up until that point right there, he's just been winning off stage. But Luna, for good reason, is the people who pretty much everyone picks to win right now because he has been the just uncontested #1 of late. It's been hard to go against that, but Experience has been putting on a good showcase as to why he deserves to have this matchup contention against him.
Yeah. Nair hits. Luna goes in unarmed. He's still going in unarmed.
He's committed to it.
Okay. I mean, it's been getting him more wins that we've been seeing so far this set. The D-Light comes through. Experience has him up the side of the stage. There's no reversal potential on Cannon or on Sidra's signature kit there, so he has to get back onto the stage. And here's a chance where he can, point-blank blast with the neutral stick. And that's more of the Sidra fundamentals that I've expected to see. Oh, first cannon hit the cannonball again because it's just a really good move.
That's what I was like alluding to with the last game. I think at some point we're going to see those come out, especially now we have a flat stage. You don't have a platform to try and escape to.
Good point.
Like on Spirit Realm, I can see you throwing them at it just to force them to not go to the top platform. But here, it makes good sense. But this is extremely close. This Luna almost catches him off stage. And Experience, you use that as a stall tactic, but the neutralites will take him out.
Ninja 729?
And if you close your eyes.
no, Experience just pulling out. I mean, that's just a thing where you, if you play Sidra, why wouldn't you gravity cancel neutral stick from the stage? In that case, a really good example is because, in my mind, it's like, well, because everybody expects it. There are certain legends where when you fight against them, you're just kind of like, okay, you're the Hattori, you're going to double neutral sig if the first one hits. If you're a Suri and you get the dunk off stage, you're going to gravity cancel a second one. And if you're a Sidra, you're going to be shooting a ton of cannonballs off stage, and Experience goes down to one well-placed Gauntlet ground pound.
That was so well executed by Luna. That was the answer you needed to, because game one, all of Experience off stage equaled you getting kind of cooked. But in game two, Luna was able to capitalize heavily, caught him off of that with the ground pound again after hitting him with the Cider just before that and chasing him continuously off. After he just went for those GC neutral sigs to back him off, that was really, really good answer from Luna going into game two.
No hesitation from Luna when the ground pound hit. He saw the stuff recovery and he went right back to the stage. There's those moments where players don't quite take into account how many resources their opponents had expended, and then will sometimes give them those chase dodges back because they're trying to continue the edge guard. But Luna had a really good idea of what he had been doing in Experience there with the gauntlets, and they go back to Demon Island for game number 3, where I'm a bit surprised that this is left open, because we were talking about how Mordex really thrives here, and Experience definitely, while having a great offstage game in the game 1 and early game 2, and maybe game 3, lost those stocks off stage, downer hits.
Help!
Recovery comes through, the Cider comes through as well. Experience dodges one ground pound, makes it back. Luna's tries to starve the weapon, but the falling Nair from Experience makes him pick up the sword. But now Luna's fighting back unarmed. Luna gets so much damage unarmed in those scraps. It's crazy.
That first 30 seconds of the game is completely why I was thinking going back here isn't as bad for Experience, because Experience has been completely content with boxing up. You have the burst range that you have out of cannon, but also that small room to work with on the sides has been what Experience has wanted, and he puts himself in that position that forced Luna to try and go for the low wall touch. He was not close enough to still get it, though. Experience strikes first one more time.
Yeah, and shame on me for writing off a stage for a player just because they lost some exchanges off stage, right? And that's what I'm glad that you brought that up going into this game 3, because you're like, well, nothing's changed about how well Experience played off stage. Luna just had some really, really good plays on the gauntlets.
Yeah, it's just smart adaptation on the side of Luna. But weapon toss down though. Yeah, that was a writings on the wall moment. There was not really much you could do with that. Just go ahead and write that one off. But still, Experience boxes right back in, wastes no time. Much like Luna's, like even while unarmed, not afraid to box up close and continue to try and get some pressure on. But this could be a big moment for Luna.
I think that's the stock. Does he have the dodge back in time? Oh, he did touch to get his recovery back, and then Nair makes it back to the stage. I really thought that when that stuff recovery came out, Experience was recoveryless that entire time, but he makes it back and gets the knockout and Experience the ground pound. And just like that, what could have been a 2-1 in one way goes the other way. And Experience is now one stock away from getting up to match point in this qualifier match for winner side top 8 against Luna.
I'm glad that you pointed it out. This was just about the loot to that. This has a lot of weight to it because this one is the first of the qualifiers to get into winner side of top 8, and Experience is doing this well against the #1 seed of the tournament, one of the people who we always expect to play very well, and the person who self-proclaimed is not the biggest fan of ones but always performs well.
I don't know, man.
This one, I think that we're starting to see Experience start to hit that next level.
It's interesting too because with this tournament being the first singles tournament with the wall slip changes graduating where you spend that much less time on the stage, Experience is one of the players that I thought would be most impacted by it based off of his playstyle once in the past, but instead he seems to have leveled up multiple times with how he's been playing off stage, particularly with the cannon, but even with the sword of the ground pounds. And look at him go. He's doing amazing here on Demon Island. Luna still hasn't gotten the stock. Sidra will bounce him off the stage, but he's still living with the cannon. He propels himself back, and the weapon throw, okay, weapon throw up, does not hit. Luna gets the D-Light ground pound, but it's doable.
This is a I was gonna say this a Luna moment could happen. You're at D-Light recovery ranges potentially here, but you have to watch out for Luna looking for you to go for that. Like Luna's looking for the whip punish.
Oh, he's
God.
low.
Oh,
no,
recovery. He just missed the
get back on the
recovery.
stage. Get back on the stage.
Oh my God, yeah, get back on. He's chasing him down. Gets him again. He pushes him
Luna's
back
still
off.
going. Downer hits.
Him again.
I can't believe this. Nair coming through. Experience. Okay,
there it is,
recovery
there it
comes through. It was hilarious because at the beginning of that whole scrap, Experience like whiffed 3 downlights in the wrong direction. I was kind of like, oh yeah, Experience doesn't really play that much sword. I'm like, is this going to be a problem where it's like, D-Light recovery is the hardest thing for me to do in the game. Luna almost brought that back there with the scythe, and that's terrifying. You saw him just barely escape from that one scythe nair that could have pulled him off stage and resulted in a win for Luna and a 2-1 lead. But now Experience is on the cusp of a great upset. PR1 to PR10. He could knock Luna down to the elimination bracket before winner side top 8.
Taz, I was honestly more scared for Experience in that last stock than Experience just straight up winning the game. But the fact that Experience was able to get that and now move up 2-1 forces Luna's hand. Luna can't hold on to any tricks anymore. He's going to have to go for the bigger plays. You see the ban coming in from Luna to get away from Demon Island as well. He wants to force platforms potentially here or small Brawlhalla to try and sneak out a quick game. Not going to be bit by Experience. We're going to go to Apocalypse. You have that platform to start going for some mix-ups. You have less room to run because Experience reset neutral a lot in that game. But Experience's advantage state was immaculate as we go into game number 4.
I just, I'm curious to see how this plays out. I feel like more wall benefits Experience with how his offstage has been. And that getting rid of Demon, even though you lost there, it was one of those cases just like, yeah, but was it because of Demon Island? I don't know. We'll have to find out here as we're going into game number 4 because Experience is offstage once again. And those cannon dares are looking fantastic. One dare hit, dodge out of the way of the ground pound. The nair does not connect though, and Experience puts up the cannonball. D-Light down air into the weight. Oh, I thought that dare was going to hit, but the ground pound does.
So quick, too, after going for the Densig. Just like okay, I know your route is down now. I'm going to instantly pressure you here. Luna just missing out. That could have easily snapped that.
If Experience stared onto the stage, he was out of there.
That was like literally just missing a small piece of the hair on top, but he's going to take him out off the nair off the top again. Experience with another lead, Taza.
Yeah, Experience, and this is a pretty huge lead because every time he's had Luna off the right side of the stage, Scythe, Gauntlets, whatever the heck has it, this cannon has been destroying him. Let's see, Luna gets hit by one neutral light. The D-Lights have been catching Luna on his way back down from a jump, and he's been comboing them into down airs pretty well. Nice, fast falls past that. Oh, and he just barely gets, his head was so close to being clipped by that recovery, for that down heavy, and because Luna went for that, he like read every option other than touching just barely the bottom side of Apocalypse, and Experience makes it back. His offstage immaculate in this game 4.
Yes, Experience's offstage period throughout this set has been the telltale of why we're in this position right now. And he just misses again. He sneaks just underneath Luna.
He actually sared into sweat beads to be able to avoid that edge guard. And the dare hits into the weapon throw. Is that going to be Luna going down 3-1?
He gets the wall touch. That now makes it a little bit less likely that it's going to be a straight-up victory for Experience. But now deep into red, D-Light D-Light Nair, I think he has Cannon Prime next, but
yeah.
either
he
way.
might go for it unarmed. I think D-Light Recovery unarmed might even be able to do it here on Apocalypse. Has him on the side of the stage. Okay, that could cost a lot.
That was a risky play, yeah.
All right, it's like, there we go. That one doesn't move me. That's the neutral stage.
Yeah, don't give up stage position in front of Luna's Scythe, as Luna will absolutely try to snag out a quick stock. But Luna unarmed, going to go ahead and push him away. Needs to get to the gauntlets as quickly as possible,
it's so
hoping
funny.
to get a string.
Experience is the only sword player where I'm not afraid of D-Light. I'm like watching him play. I'm like, he really did pick this Sidra just for the cannon, right? Like at this point, Luna's got total control over the stage, despite being so behind.
No. No.
Well,
Luna, Experience went for 4 air-to-air trade reads for recovery with no D-Lights involved. You said that
I wonder if it was supposed to be a gravity cancel downlight, and that's why he dared, but he just didn't have any jumps left. Whatever the case is, he just falls. I mean, it wasn't a fresh stock, right? We could just imagine that he D-Light Sared him there. And it's the same thing.
We'll try to add some pretend belief behind that, but right now...
We could just put in a replay from a previous game, regardless of the result of the set.
Well, this result looking like it's getting that much closer to Experience getting a dub, but Experience hasn't been able to hit him for like the last 20-ish seconds. Finally sneaks one out right there, and Luna going in for a big play, looking for the side stick. He's not going to connect on it, Taza, and he just misses the D-Light. Experience is just sneaking by him so many times on ledge.
Oh, that's the Experience that I know, though. That's the thing. We were talking about Pugsy and Kostelix and how there's like a pressure thing and a mental situation. When I see Experience start sliding slowly off the side of the stage, that's when I know he doesn't have a clue of what to do to get into Luna, because that's how much Luna's boxing him off.
He hasn't
even
been able to hit him consistently.
That Sarah comes through, that's something. And the sidelights are starting to connect. Maybe Experience has gotten his bearings.
I think Experience just wants to get the cannon ASAP. Like, you're right. Oh my God. Just missed out on recovery. Gets about a recovery on a trade-off right there. But Experience just looking for any openers to get him that much closer to D-Light recovery. But he's been getting boxed away side air once again from Experience. And they're coming through. He's not going to go for the recovery play. And he's just hovering around the idea. I think Luna wants him to try and bite the bait and go for it. And he did not.
Oh, man. The sidelights and stairs have been working. D-Light Sider comes through. And he gets the knockout.
My God.
Experience gets the 3-1 over Luna. What an amazing upset. And what a great job off of this Sidra with Cannon. And I really did like joke about being like, what's going to be the weapon in North America for this weekend is going to be Cannon. But Experience has